Jesus calms the storm. Greater than the roar of mighty waters, more glorious than the surgings of the sea, the Lord is glorious. An echo of so many proclamations of God's lordship over the elements of his creation. The boat rocked by the waves recalls a well-known image of the church. Jesus is present, but asleep and not in the least worried about the fate of the boat and its occupants. And we, for centuries, remain the people of little faith, forgetting Jesus' promise to be with us until the end of time, secure in the leadership of the Holy Spirit, who will guide us in all the truth. And yet another promise: you will do greater things than these. Jesus places so much trust in the people in the rocking boat. Can we dare to put our trust in him? From the Gospel of Mark. Who can this be? Even the wind and the sea obey him.
It's early evening and just starting to get dark. You've spent all day with the disciples, sitting by the lake, listening to Jesus. Jesus wants to cross to the other side. As the boat drifts onto the lake, the noise of the crowd dies away, and you start to feel peaceful and safe. But all of a sudden, it becomes very dark, and heavy black clouds fill the sky. The wind begins to blow, and huge waves crash against the side of the boat. You don't feel safe anymore. Where's Jesus? Isn't he afraid? Look at him, resting his head on a cushion. Doesn't he care? Go over and try and wake him. Jesus opens his eyes and smiles. The disciples are terrified as the waves continue to smash against the boat. One of them calls out, "Look, we're sinking!" Jesus stands up. He looks at you for a moment and then out to the sea and says,
Quiet now. Be calm.
The roaring of the waves stops and the sea is silent. Your heart is beating so fast, but the disciples begin to relax. The boat is gently rocking from side to side. Jesus looks at you and asks,
Why were you so frightened?
You try to tell Jesus everything that makes you afraid. Jesus looks back and smiles. You know he has understood everything you have told him.
What does a storm look like? How do you feel when there is a storm?
Have you ever been afraid of something? Why? Can you think of some ways that God protects you?
How do we know that God is always with us? How can you show that you trust God?